had to go cut the grass. So let's see. We go into our client, into Trinity client. Okay. Let's see about actually building out our client class. I think we can. I want to modify some things. Let's open up Firefox again, and let's actually get these back to back. Python, PyServe, okay, localhost 9001, there's our cube. Cool. So let's see if we can, world.js, let's see if we can abstract out the logic out of client. Let's pull all of this out. And then we will say, import world from world.js. Damn it. Let's pull all of this up here, out, put it here. This should break. Oh, no. Let's just double check. Let's start it over. Okay, so it does look like it's working. But I want to change this, so I don't want to call request frame on the initialization, but I do. Oh, interesting. Our Pi server did not recognize the change in the file. What about here? If we say hello, Pi server is not recognizing that either. Okay, hello is there. If we file ends with HTML, JS, CSS. Okay, yeah, that's all we got. Okay, let's try this again. So if we add hello, iServe is not starting over. Why not? Oh, you know why? I know why. It's because in our PyServe server, we have the WebSocket server set to false. Let's actually change this to development. Or let's call it real-time update. And then we'll say real-time update, and then we'll restart it. And then this way, index.html, if we add notifying client, and we have to uncomment our WebSocket on the client side. There we go. Okay, so now, excuse me, now we get real-time updates. So, our world constructor, if we comment out this line, our application should break, but it's not. It doesn't make any sense at all. Maybe because the server is caching it. That's something weird. Something weird going on here. Add event, document, append child, DOM element. Yeah, that shouldn't be working either. I don't even know why it's working now, because it shouldn't be. Let's get rid of config, but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it for now. Directional light, material. So this is caching it from a previous instance. So why is client.js like, if we comment this out, it shouldn't do anything. There should be nothing loading this. Like there should be nothing here. PyServe, how do we how do we make this invalidate cache and always load from fresh data? That doesn't seem to be working either, but we do, I did want to do this before. I don't understand why it's working, actually. Because client.js has nothing in it. I mean, as cool as that is, it shouldn't be working. Console log hello. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense why it's working. That's fine. Okay, finally. Okay, so this does seem to be working now. Yeah, that was weird. World is not defined. So, if we import world from world.js, it should still not work. Blocking all storage access requests. Request to access storage. I don't care, that's fine. It's not have an export default. I expected that. But if we say export default class now, we should be able to have a world. Now, if we, let's see, where do we go? Content blocking. Settings. See, we can't have changes made and then it not update. Manage exceptions, address of website, localhost, allow. Will that work? Oh, okay, so then when we say world, and now we want to say world request frame. There we go. Cool. And if we delete that, cool. Console log updates in real time. Very cool. Now we don't have to refresh the browser when we want to make changes. We can just make changes and they get updated in real time. And our render and our world are two separate things now. So we can then begin to build out different aspects. So let's go back to I do gotta say I appreciate other developers like Simon Dev. I want to say go check that dude out because he has a lot of very meaningful and intuitive
few parameters to set, make
content that is very helpful. Very helpful. There's a lot of really good content out there actually to help people get started with this sort of thing. I don't know if I'll make any more content like this, but yeah, anyway. Shaders, 3JS, tutorial, Chrome dinosaur game. So I do want to actually look at how he's got his structured. Yeah, there's a lot in here. So he's got a lot of stuff built into the browser, which is fine. Particle system. I do like what he's got going on. I like the way this is structured. I like that he has a class set up for all of this. I do want to try this though. I want to try to set up a plane. Like, let's add a plane into our world. The scene, we add a scene. Ooh. Let's do cube. So that's this is just a placeholder to show that we have something in the scene. But we do want to say this const plane equals new 3JS mesh. That's fine. We'll do that. 10 by 10, 8 by 8. Let's see. Plane geometry 2000. Yeah, let's try his. Let's do the 5000. I don't think we want black. Let's see. And then we will say so I do like that he's got an entity manager. That's pretty nice. Spatial hash grid. So plane cast shadow equals false. Plane receive shadow equals true. So the only thing is we're not getting that into our scene. Spatial hash grid. Load controllers, load player, load foliage, load clouds. It's very nice code. Very nice code actually. I'm not trying to like steal his whole code base. Even though he does encourage people to like use his code and do something with it, which is very nice. Position offset. So that's cool. I just got the main function like this, using this as a shader for fragment shader. Got that built in, which is very cool. It's always nice seeing people plug GLSL directly into their code like this. I think it is anyway. DOM element ID. I don't care about that. I should, but I don't right now. Gamma factor. I do think that is actually something we want. This render dot gamma factor. Looks like my feed dropped for a second. So I want to look like it, all storage request, unable to access cookie or storage on localhost. Cookie, cross-site tracking cookies, and other isolated. We'll do that. Let's do that. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. So we got rid of the bug. Although I'm afraid that this is going to, console log. Did this break? Nope. It's still updating in real time, which is nice. We gotta figure out why. Let's see. Lights. We could use inheritance. We could handle these things separately. I'm not against this. I mean, it's kind of nice, but camera near, camera far. We've got some of this in place. It's our light. Here's our plane. So why is the plane not loading is what I don't understand. Basic geometry, opacity. No, we do not want opacity or transparency. That's probably part of our problem. Still, no, that's not it. I do like the load sky element. Hemisphere, uniforms. I don't want to go into that yet though. That is very nice though. I do like that they're using the vertex shader and fragment shader this way. Come on now. Alright, if we go back to his one day 3D engine, no. Tutorial, third person hash grid. I love that all of his tutorials build on top of each other. First person camera. Where's the like... There's a 3D world or something. First person shooter. Procedural terrain. Basic world. There we go. Let's see what we're doing wrong. So main.js. Controls. 3JS, DOM element, set element, update, texture. We're not going to use the texture yet. Plane geometry. We've got that. Let's try to make it smaller. Maybe, I doubt that's got anything to do with it. We're doing something wrong, obviously. Box. Plane. I don't understand. I don't understand. Seriously, I don't understand. Cast shadow. Rotation. Scene add plane. We've got that. So let's just try this. Maybe. Nope. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, we can zoom way out. Whoa, okay, it was there. It's just like so low. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, we got like a world, but so at a certain level you can't see it because a wonderful thing because I forgot how to like move my dang. Come on. There we go. Right click. Okay. The controls here messed me up in my own browser. Oh, I didn't know we could move with the right click either. Well, that's pretty cool. So if we can change the controls from the mouse, we should be able to change the controls to the keys. Okay, so how do we box mesh? Let's see. Position. Okay, so the camera position set, we're at 0x 0y. Let's try to set it at 2 and then we'll be looking down at it then. Yeah, now we're cooking. Okay, and then if we say the cube position, we set it at y. There we go. Now our cube is above. Let's set it to 1. Now our cube is above the plane. Now we're gonna have to build camera limitations, but I don't want to do that yet. I want to complicate our code a little bit more. I want to try to get a character in here and then get the character running around. So like, let's go back and see what they've got. I know he's got like a third person, I think. He's got some great tutorials, by the way. If you look up Simon Dev on YouTube. YouTube Simon Dev. Yeah. Wow, my internet's going super slow. Yeah, if you check out his playlist, he's got tons of really cool playlists. Terrain generation, coded in a day, WebGL tutorials. Wix. I actually prefer WebGL to 3JS, but it's fine. Static and animated. I'm not looking to do that yet because I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole if I do that. Actually, you know what? Wix. Let's look. Do we have... Let me check. Let's go to downloads. We're going to how to unrar Linux. I always forget. Is it really that easy? Jeez, oh, my computer's going so slow. How about there we go. Okay, now we've got to go to Blender. There's always so much work that goes into this kind of stuff. I honestly don't remember where I downloaded this from, and if you notice, they added some cool pictures and stuff, but they did not include a README. So I have no way of knowing where I downloaded this from. Now you could blame me and say it's my fault, and maybe it is, but at the same time, They could have just added a little note. So I'm missing a material here. Because of that, they didn't ship it with the material, so... or it doesn't look like they did. Maybe they did. I don't know if this thing is rigged either. It looks like it would be, but... yeah, I don't see any animations here, so I guess I will have to rig these if I want to use them. These do look very cool, though. Very cool models. Somebody did a really good job. Very clean meshes, too. Let's see. We just want this guy. I don't want to have to go through the whole animation process, though, so maybe... we'll save that for now. We'll come back to it. We're gonna look at this guy's... what does he say? Mixamo and Sketchfab. Mixamo. You know, I'd actually be okay with that. This dude's name is James. Very cool. Can we go to like, let me just download this one. Please sign in to download. Sign up. Very cool, very cool. Alright, so we're gonna try to follow this. Even though I'm not like...
gives you the power of AI.
Fuck AI. So I'm not gonna listen along to this. I mean, I appreciate all of what he's done. Loading 3D models, 3JS, possible, use GLTF format. Let's go to his code. Actually, we've already got the code pulled up somewhere, I think, but we'll go to it anyway. Character controller, so load model. So let's see if we can find this. Load model. Loading models, there we go. Main.js, FBX loader. So we are going to use that. We're going to actually, we will refactor this eventually and modularize this better, but for now, we're going to just do this FBX loader. We're going to do that. And then I'm curious where he's actually loading the load model demo. Loader, cube texture loader, load animated model. So, let's do a quick refactor. Let's make sure this still works. We're going to say, so for this, we're just gonna say this dot init render. We will create an init render function. And put that there. We will say this dot init camera. And then we will say this dot init light, init ambient light. We can, this way we can, like, it'll be just a lot easier to find our code. We can fix it later. All of these things will have access to each other. We can say this init plane. And then it's funny. Once we get rid of the cube, it seems to disappear. Why is that? This dot init objects. And then when we say init objects, we just do that. Oh, it did actually refresh. It just took it some time, which was really odd. Oh, because cube is undefined. I see. So if we just get rid of the... If we just remove it from the scene, we still have our scene. Which is very cool. Okay. We can say... Well, we'll modify this and we'll say for... random x, random y. I don't know if we can do this. Random x equals math dot random. Look at that. Look at that. We got random cubes all over the place. Okay. We don't want random, we want random z. We just want these to be 1. Then random z. Now they're all over the place. Then what we'll actually do is we will say, let cube, and then we will say, this dot cubes equals list. Then we will say this dot cubes dot append, add this dot cube, and then here we will say for there we go. This dot cube is undefined. Right. Because it's no longer this dot cube. It's just we reference a local cube. And then we add that to the total cubes. This dot cubes add. I'm pretty sure it's append. I don't think it's a pinned child. That's not right. I'm pretty sure we can just say I. Yeah, there we go. We'll say 100 because we want them spread out. They're all over the place. Look at them. We don't need to -5, but we will say -50 because we want them to be all over the place. There we go. Cool. Now we'll make the geometries bigger because this is lame. We'll put them in the air a little bit higher. Very cool. That's how randomness works. Let's camera position. We're gonna set our Z at 100, our Y at 10. There we go. Now we can get random placement every time. Very cool. So now we got stuff. We got stuff that we can see. For a render, we want to add fog. No, we don't. I forgot how to do that. It's in one of these. But we'll deal with it later. So for now, we want to say import FBX loader. Did we download that thing? We did download it. Okay. Download. Let's see. Can we open it like this? What is it called? Xbot. So let's just move downloads Xbot to mine, repos, BS, tower defense, Trinity, client. Then we should see that here now. We're gonna make scripts and sources. We're gonna move this into sources, and then we will move Alright, sorry y'all. My son's napping and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I guess he's napping, but alright, so right. Just looking for scripts client.js. There we go. Let's change some colors. Let's make this whoa, that's ugly. Jesus, man, there's like a little gnat out here. It's driving me crazy. There we go. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Yeah, these colors don't go together. Let's pick a color picker. Let's pick a green that we like. Let's try this one. It's not as bad, that's tolerable. And then let's pick a blue that we like. I think that's decent. We will be getting rid of these cubes, but for now, they'll work. Yeah, that's tolerable. Super cool that we have this sort of thing. I'll really like it when we can move with the keys. But for now, this works. The fact that we can do 3D in the browser like this is amazing. I love WebGL, or WebGPU rather. It's funny the things that have come from Rust that people don't even realize is the result of Rust. Okay. So, let's go back to loading our model. I'm actually going to pull this off to the other screen so I can just leave this open. So next thing we're going to do is going to say load model. So I actually need to say import FBX loader, and then const loader equals new FBX loader, and then I don't know if this is right or not. It doesn't look right. I also know that it's in we're gonna change this to model. I think that's a good name. Models. And then xplot, fbx, and expected property name got end of script. That's fine. I don't care. Hey, there's our model. That actually worked. Okay. So, there's a basic character controller. Ah, I see. So you have to download different things. Where's just a walking? I mean, it's cool that they have all these animations. That's super cool, but can I like... Yeah, there's like so many. I just want a normal walk. I mean, these effects are super cool, don't get me wrong, but... So, I just want to know where, like... Can I not... I just want a normal, like, fucking... Why isn't there just a normal fucking walk? Like, wouldn't they use a walk first? Or like normal stand? Jesus Christ. I mean, this is a really cool website, don't get me wrong. This is really cool that they've got all these animations in here, but... Okay, we can leave that one. That one's cool. We actually don't need, like, anything special. We just need, like, very basic. Okay, we're gonna download, we'll download the jump. I would like to mix some of these in if we were to actually like build this thing out, but I mean, these are some really cool animations that would be really nice to have. These strafe ones are really cool. I don't know if I like that walk, but would like to mix some of these though on a timer. There's a jog. Where's that walk at? That strut. Man, there's so many pages of these. It's crazy. I can't believe there's this many. Like, I mean, this is amazing for real. Okay, let's find the walk. We need the walk. There's so many animations here. I can't believe that this is a thing. Like, this is really impressive. Where's the I want to see this one. That's funny. Where the heck's the walk? Bro, why is it so hard to find a dang walk? What's cool is that you can download these animations without without the skin. You can just download the character. This looks really cool in here actually, is too. Super cool, super cool. So we need to add like a lot of stuff to here, but this is so crazy that this is like in the browser like this. This is insane actually. What's funny is I've tried doing this with 3JS or WebGPU by hand, and I mean it takes a lot of work to get even halfway to this. But yeah, let's see if we can load models. Oh, I already have this open on the other screen. I feel stupid. Where does he have basic character controls? Okay, so we're gonna add, we're gonna do this in another file now. So we'll do character.js, and then here we will say, we'll import this again, even though we don't have to, and we'll say character controls, and then we'll say constructor params. Then we will say this dot params equals params, and then we will say this dot move equals, that's right, we'll say false to all of these: forward, back, left, right. This deceleration, that seems to be pretty standard. I mean, like, these, no disrespect to the writer of this, but seems like this is actually really standard code. Like, obviously, key up, and then update. Is it gonna give me an update function? How did I know? How did I know? So we're gonna want to add a shift key, actually. But yeah, let's see what it does. So this is different from what I've seen online. What I'm seeing in Simon's code. This is very similar, but it's not the same. We're gonna say export class character controls, and then in world we will say import character controls from character. And then here when we say, oh yeah, let's go back, let's open this up, let's open up another one, go to mine, let's put all of these that we just downloaded in here. We're gonna rename this to jump, and we'll rename this one to idle. And then now we're gonna get rid of the xbot. We're not gonna use that, actually. I'll actually just delete that guy. This should break. Xbot cannot be found. We cannot get Xbot. That is right. You cannot have it. So we can load idle. Load model. So we're gonna load the model. Interesting. So this is the model loaded. Load. Object add, and then const grams equals target object camera. This camera. Let me say this. Controls equals grams, and then we will say yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna work. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? FBX loader. Animation. Set path. Let's just say animation load. Models. Funny, that broke it. Mixer, idle. Idle.play. So, why is that a thing? Actually, now I'm really confused. Because without this, it seems to work. Well, kind of. Yeah, elapsed time is a good thing to have. I'm still so confused. So, scale, set scalar. I actually like that better. I mean, for no real reason, I just like that better. Traverse. So we're not seeing any shadows either. We should be seeing shadows, but we're not. And light position. Y. We're gonna say position is 100. Light, shadow. So we're still not seeing a shadow. Why? Plane. The plane is not seeing a shadow either. Mixers. Oh, interesting. So we need mixers for our animation to work. So let's say the world this mixers, and then when we load our animated models, we're just gonna say walking. So I want to know why it's not even showing the idle. Like, I think that we're FBX binary version 3. Okay, so this is loading, it seems like. I want to know why our idle's not loading. Like, it should be showing. Um. Okay, so we need to add in a for our render. When we request a frame, okay. So we're gonna say this previous RAF, and then here we will say this mixers, and then down here when we render, when we request a frame, we're also going to need a step function. Our this will need an elapsed time. So instead of actually iterating, which we can do, we're going to say oh, so since this is JavaScript, we can actually say we can call it this dot update, and then we can say this dot mixers map, and then we can update that with elapsed time, and then we'll say const e et equals elapsed time, and we'll basically iterate one step that way. And this will, what this does is it says if we have a control, we will update it. If we're not, we'll just exit. So it's like an inline if statement here. Just a ternary operator. And then this way, when we call a request animation frame, we will actually pass in a whole function here. Now, well, we have the render function. A render function will take in a t. And then we will say render, we'll render it. And then we'll say this dot step. And then we will update the previous. The only thing we want to add first is this. Whoa. Okay, we broke it, but it's trying to do something, which is cool. Let's say idle. It's just moving so fast. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's try to try to slow this thing down. It's moving too fast. We do have an animation though, which is cool, and apparently we have movement, but I don't know where we just went to, so I wonder if it's because of the scaler at all. I mean, this is kind of cool, but totally not what we want. Controls, target set. Man, this is crazy. This is super crazy. It just disappears. Yeah, let's see what this guy says.
You specifically supply on load and optionally supply on progress.
Let's see where he's at. So when he loads his model,
After we insert it into the scene, we can see it in the browser. Quickly model something. Default here will do just fine. Just click on low poly model. First, find one we like. There's a lot of cool choices like
let's see
here
what
with the
they
shoes.
say.
Then text loader, which this line does. Then I added this load animated model function, and inside that we defined an instance of an FBX loader. This line here loads the model, and this is where we need to go and add a little bit more logic. After the model loads, we want to load another FBX for the animation, which is what this line does here. Now inside here, we create an animation mixer with the original zombie model, and then call clip action to create an animation action for the animation. Now to actually animate, it's as simple as calling dot play, and that's it. There we go, he's animated. And just to cap this off, we'll throw together this little controller here and make this guy move around. I'll make this little character controls class, and there's a little bit of logic here where we listen for a key up.
Okay, so I want to know why ours is playing so fast. Like, what did we do to make it load so fast? Because this animation is on drugs. She getting it. I want to know why it's going so fast though. I would think it had something to do with the elapsed time, but apparently that doesn't have anything to do with it. Craziness. I don't understand. I'm completely failing to understand why Why it's loading so fast. Like there's not a sleep. There's not a yeah, I don't know. There's not a I'm not getting shadows either, which would be nice to have. Let's look up GLTF loader documentation. Let's see what 3JS says. So, add a scene. Call this load function. The instance of Draco loader to be used for decoding assets. Compress with KRH. Parse. Path. Onload. Animation. Where do we load this? I have a feeling we have to like set a frames per second or something. Global mixer time in seconds, starting with 0 on the mixer's creation properties, timescale 0, and later back to 1, possibly pause or unpause. Set time. So can we say mixer dot set time 60? Whoa, that did not help. Global mixer time in seconds. How to change FPS in animation mixer GLTF 3JS. Is that a thing? Can we just say this clock equals 3JS clock and then say that didn't slow it down, that should have just broke it. Okay, let's see what he did, because he downloaded this shit from here.
Since we downloaded the model separately already. Now that we have the model, let's look at the code. First thing.
Oh, okay, so do we I bet. Damn, okay. I wonder if it's trying to do both at the same time. Where's the... There's the bot. Which page was it on? Like 3 or something? We want the idle one. So the problem is... okay, let's delete all these. We tried. Download. Original pose. We're just gonna download this bot. It's not even a bot, but we're gonna download it. And then we are going to then download the, if we can find it, let's find the idle. There we go, idle. And then when we download this, we want to download it without the skin. That's what I think we were doing, is it's trying to animate it and showing both of the skins at the same time. So let's go here, and then we'll just drop both of these in here. Then now, this should fail. Let's just rename it, yeah, we'll do that. Character, and then rename idle. Let's try this now. Maybe that's what it was. Character, and then idle. And nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay.
Let's just pick something basic. Then we go on. Anyway, browse around, the shoe sticking out of his head. You'll need to download him. I downloaded the FBX in T-pose first, and all that means is he's just standing there with his arm straight out. Then we go and find...
Okay, let's try that again. Maybe we messed up again. Let's try to download this character again. Download it in the T-pose. If I'd quit deleting it, it would still be there. Xbot. Okay, and then we'll just rename it character. Still. Okay, but I'm tired of zooming in, so let's fix the camera position. And we're gonna move it 5 in the X, 7 in the X, 12 in the Y. I want to kind of look down on this thing a little bit. 20, 15, fuck it, we'll leave it 9. There we go. That's not bad. But I do want to look a little bit higher. There we go. Okay, so now we're like right in the center, real good. I wonder why it's moving us like that. Probably because of our aspect ratio. Let's get rid of the aspect from the config and then say there we go. I still don't understand why it's moving so fast. Like, this is gonna drive me crazy. The default speed is set by the GLTF, so I wonder if we idle it. I don't like this answer. That just doesn't sound right to me. Like, we should be able to control animation mixer example 3.js. Let's find somebody else who's got an example of this thing. Because I feel like you should be able to like control the keyframes, like the frames per second. Yeah, look, see? Okay, check this out. So we're gonna say this dot clock equals 3.js clock. And then when we say mixer update, so mixer update. So we're doing it with the elapsed time here. I don't like that. I want to do a, like I'm okay with it there, but let's do, this dot, come on, bitch. This dot clock, get delta. Let's see if this makes a difference. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so the problem is, yeah, I don't know why the elapsed time is working like that. Maybe I did something wrong. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know why it's not moving the right way, but something's weird about it. But yeah, so we've got like a basic character standing now. We could actually speed this up a little bit. Pretty let's slow it down real slow to see what that looks like. It's funny because that's almost like unnoticeable. Yeah, that's reasonable. So this is like what it would probably be like in a real game. Yeah, if we could get the camera right there. But we need to speed it up a little bit. And then let's move this thing behind it. Let's see if we can actually get the camera in the right position. X Z, so negative 20. And then 0. Negative 10, 20. Almost. We want to look at X. But cool. So this is like first person or third person, obviously. It's kind of cool though. And yeah, you could check out the Discord. So this is still not building our tower defense, but I'm trying to build like the components of an engine here to where we could reuse this thing, because in 3D there's a lot of things that just take time, for lack of better terms. It's nice being able to load models that are animated. Having objects in the world, having a world mesh, so we don't, there's so many things that we don't have in this. There's a lot of things you can fake. Like, you don't have to do collision detection and gravity. You can just say that you cannot move off of the X and Y plane. So many things to consider. So I just want to see where I messed up. Step takes an elapsed time, so it's actually getting a delta time. Is that what I messed up? T minus previous T, request animation frame. So request animation frame. So this should take in a T, which it does. So render takes in a T. And then we're not even using previous, like we're just gonna use the clock because the previous one's not even working. So let's just get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. We don't need any of that now. And then we can just say elapsed. And then we can update this and we can go up here and we can get rid of the previous render. Fucking that's annoying as shit. I want to know why it's doing that, but this is so cool. Like, super cool. Okay. It's so cool that this works in the browser, too. I'm, like, blown away right now. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Hasn't been a ton of people. But, yeah, I'm really doing this to, like, record all of this stuff for I'd like to make videos of these one day. I'm trying to collect all this stuff. Maybe we'll promote it sometime next year. So people today are getting like sneak peek, I guess. 3D RPG. I do want to see if we can do. I don't know if I want first person, but it is kind of nice. Would be kind of nice. It's funny is all of the stuff that I'm doing right now is just for example, because eventually we're gonna like have a top-down game with a grid and enemies will move, but I want to be able to like zoom in down to the tower level so people can feel like they're in the game, and then they can zoom back out and they could control the map, because we will have hordes of these things if we can do them right. I'm really looking forward to building this tower defense game if we can get it working. But yeah, let's see. So I really, really like what Simon's doing. Mad respect to him. Simple character controls. Yeah, let's see if we can get the character controls working, and then we'll get the camera controls working after that. Let's go back to Maximo is a super cool website too. Shout out to those guys. Appreciate this guy here, SEC and Belez. That did the trick for me. The delta time really did the trick for my animation. I was so confused why that wasn't working. But yeah. Now let's see if we can see. We have a control, but this dude's like running, gone. Gone. As soon as I push the button, he just disappears. So let's see if we can pull up character controls. So basic controller animation. So we do need to see if we can get multiple animations going here. On load. So load model. This really does need to be part of the character. So instead of character controls, we can move this to class character, export, default class character, and then we will say this load model function. So we need to pass in a mixer. We're gonna do this like a callback. actually, we're going to say constructor, oops. So yes, we've broke our whole project now. So let's see, character control. So I don't want to do it exactly the way this one does, but I do like this proxy. I want to use the whole character as the proxy. I don't want to do it like that though. Let's see, where is this at? I do like that he has this set up like this, but parameters, animations, basic character controller, basic character controller input, basic character controller proxy, character FSM. Okay, I see why it's doing that. So we need to have this array of animations, right? So for a character, we're going to say character controls, animations, class animations, and then this will get a very simple constructor a this dot animations equals a, and then get animations. There we go. So that's the whole animations class. This is a utility class that gets used. Let's actually look for this, because this might be something custom as well. Where is this shit at? Finite state machine. Where is that at? Jeez, oh, this dude's got like... Holy shit. Add states. Okay, as much as I appreciate this, it's like... I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I get it. I get why it is like that, but we should be able to say, I mean, I get why he's doing that. He's doing this because he can create a state and then map a state to a animation, and then just using this different state updates a different animation. You can see here, enter, exit, update. So dance state, you can see that it finishes its dancing action before it enters the next one. I don't know if I want to, I mean, okay, I get that there's a need to do this to have smooth animations to cross from this animation to this one, or rather this one to that one. But I think we could maybe do something a bit more modular. Which I do really appreciate all the work that he's put into this. I'm not trying to just like criticize it, but if we go to basic character controller, let's see. It adds blank animations and then loads all of the models. So the loader is the FBX loader. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. we're gonna say loader, FBX loader, then, oh, we need to get the rest of these models, huh? Maximo, what did we call it?
Let's look at the data.
We've got passion, we've got
Mixamo. Pretty sure I just typed in mixamo.com and it didn't work. So we're gonna do run I do like that run. I would like to lerp between the two runs. That would be really cool. That's a very nice run. They look almost the same. I can't tell a difference. This one's slower. Animation's so cool. I think that's the run that we want. We want that one. So we're going to download without the skin. We're just going to download the run. We have an idle. Preparing download. I'm just waiting. Thank you. Running. We need a walk. Ooh, we're gonna do backwards. We're gonna implement the happy backwards. We're gonna download the backwards one. What's cool about these is they get like harder to implement the harder yeah, we'll do that little pep in our step walk. I mean, that's a contentious walk, standard walk. I think that's a very straightforward walk. I think we'll do this like animated walk. It's very fun. So we're gonna follow something very similar to what I can't ever remember his name. Simon's doing. We'll do something similar, but we're not gonna do the same exact thing. And then this will be backwards, run, walk. So So our character is just the character model. The rest of these are like animations. So it's very cool. So we don't have an onload function. I mean, this does, but we don't. That's what we're going to do. We're going to create a dictionary. Because dictionaries have essentially 0 lookup time as well. Character will take in params, and then we will say this params equals params. That's all we're going to do. And we can just move this here. We can get rid of this. Model needs to take in a camera. So load model takes in a camera. And it takes in a we're going to call it create model, and then it's going to return an object and a mixer. Model and our mixers. And so controls are here. That's fine. Actually, we're gonna put it here. Do we still need mixers? Mixers are for our oh, interesting. So state machine is our state machine. Yeah, so we do need oh, there's so much going on in this code, it hurts my head. So the first thing you want to do is load our object. We set the scale, we set the position, we cast a shadow. Target is FBX. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I actually need to take a break. It's too much. Too much. We broke it, and it's just too much. But it's very cool. I'll catch you guys on the flip.